doing out there? A little YDBT daily. Before you ask how I'm doing, I'm still a little under the weather, but mostly it's just a cough at this point. No more fever, no more aches, no more pains. Never lost smell, taste, anything like that. It's just probably just got really fucking sick. Who the hell knows? But I have this lingering cough that's just a nightmare, and I've lost 10 pounds in 7 days because I haven't eaten shit. You can see my face is a little slimmer, but not that much. And today I was able to actually eat some food, and I was like, hey, all right. So it actually stayed down. So hopefully I'm on the mend. So how you guys doing today? I wanted to give you guys a red car for sale update. Yes, some serious people got after me, especially last night. Holy shit. After I aired the video last night of just going over the Mustang and then showing, in, out, the mods, showed you some of the back history, how it used to be the VMP development vehicle. Maybe some of you guys didn't know that. So I pulled some of that old footage, pulled some of the footage when it went 9.1 at Mod Nats at 151. The car has been, it's a serious little car. It's been kind of through the ringer and back. It's been to Texas 2K 2 or 3 times. It's been to many half-mile events. It's a car that's a known car, in my opinion. I think that is worth something. So yesterday, I received a ton of inquiries. I'll tell you about them. But after, I say hi to the people here first, because a lot of people had a very similar request. Like, I had a ton of people ask me the same thing about that car. And I'll let you know what that is. Let me say hi to the people. Andrew Martin, Dustin Angler, Mike Rodriguez, Frank DiMaggio, with SVT in the house. I still have to give away your injectors. I'm not going to give them away until they've been cleaned. Like, until the injectors have been cleaned, I'm not going to do a giveaway because I don't want to, like, say, hey, here's a giveaway, and then all of a sudden, I have to fucking, Senior hit me up. Sorry, hold on. Senior hit me up. Okay, no, we're good. I have, what the fuck? See, Senior hit me up on the chat, and it fucked me all up. it threw everything off on the chat, like everything way off. Oh my god. I gotta get rid of a bunch of windows because it's lagging. And I forgot to close all the windows that I use for tuning because I'm still using the work computer. I did get a price on a new badass computer some guy was supposed to hook me up with, but it's going to be like over $4,000. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna wait on that one. Thank you very much. Anyway, back to just saying hi to the people. Then I'll get back to where I was. Doral Washington, Anthony. Oh, okay. So I don't want to give away the injectors until they're cleaned because I'll forget. I have, guys, you have no idea how much shit is going on in my life, and I will absolutely forget to get anything done because if it's not done, the moment I need someone to shove it in my face and go, here, I need you to get this done right now. Because if I don't do it right then and there, bye-bye. I have 50 other things I got to do, so I typically don't have too much time on my hands anymore. So I'm going to get them cleaned, hit up Nick, and then say, hey, Nick, clean these up for me, and get them back, and then give them away maybe sometime this week. Who knows? I just don't feel good, guys, so I can't just go out and do stuff. I just have to just sit my ass home until I feel better. I'm not one of these guys that goes out and about when I'm feeling bad. I stay my ass home until I feel better. Done 523s in the house. D-Rock Fox, Mike Smith, Paul H., Coca-Cola with the best supercharger on the planet once I found out he's from Sinaloa. Dorel again, John DiNapoli, Dustin's Customs. 3 guys are on the chat apparently. Dorel, Witt, and John DiNapoli. It's Just a Dick is here. 2011. Whatever the fuck his name was. Boosted 1080. Louis Ceballos, TRD Ricky, Chrome Taint, Hot Metal. Mike Rasovic, bank account. And we got Coyote Fury. I'm in a cult. Sick one with a Draco 4130 will miss the red car content, but wish I could swing by and buy that right now. You can, but people apparently don't. So, quick update. Car is under deposit. Car is under deposit. That's all it took, guys. Everybody, and I appreciate you guys, hit me up, and I appreciate you guys emailing me. But out of, let's say, the 12 or 13 people that hit me up, 10 asked for a VIN number and mileage. And I thought to myself, you are not going to finance this vehicle. Banks are not going to lend you $24,000 for a 2015 Mustang. That's essentially, in their minds, almost 8 years old because the 2015 Mustang came out late 2014. So in their mind, it's an 8-year-old Mustang. So they're not going to let you borrow the full amount. If anything, they're going to let you borrow maybe $18,000, if that. Like maybe $18,000. And then you have to come up with close to $6,000 out of pocket. And a couple of people already did that. They said, Alex, I need the mileage. And I said, 36,300 and blah, blah, blah. And I gave them the VIN number. And I said, hey, by the way, I don't think banks are going to lend you this money because it's too old. Sorry. And they're like, no fucking way. I'm okay, sure. Sure enough, they're like, yeah, man, my bank wants me to come up with $6,800. The other guy was like, yeah, man, my bank wants me to come up with, $4,800. Yeah, my bank wants me to come up. So if you were looking for 100% financing on this vehicle, that was going to be very, real difficult, like insanely difficult. The gentleman who put the deposit down says, look, I got cash. I'm just going to transfer from one place to another. Here's a deposit. Sent me a deposit. Says, I'm going to try to be there tomorrow, if not the next day. And I'm just going to pick it up and leave because I trust you. I know what this car is all about. He wanted to work out a deal with the Engage, which is still kind of in flux. Sorry, if it gets too bad, I'll just drop the show because I'm not going to cough all over the show. He said he's going to come try to pick it up tomorrow or the day after. So that's how you do it. If you want something, you have the money and you deposit that sucker. If you were hoping to finance it, it wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't going to happen. This car is too old, in my opinion, for banks to finance. Now, some of you guys are out there, credit unions. Shut up. I love how you guys with credit unions think that you're going to get 100% financing. You might, but it'll be at 15% or 20%. A ridiculous interest rate. Bank said, man, that whip is old as fuck. You tripping, fool. Summit Credit Unions would have let me refinance my Ford GT 91,000 miles in October for $24,000. That's a bad credit union. I would never do that. Not true. I fully financed my 13 GT last year for $20K. Cool. Congratulations. How come 4 banks told these guys to pound sand? And that was last year. Banks are getting stingy with the money now. Banks are not lending anymore like they used to be. Meanwhile, Cat's getting fully financed $30K for 0304 Cobras. Really? Who the fuck's doing that? Like, that's such a terrible, terrible thing. If banks are actually giving money to people to finance Cobras, that's a terrible buy. Terrible buy. Loan is only an issue for people with crap credit. No, I understand it. If you have good credit, like I financed this car 100% in 2017. How long have I owned it? I think 2017. I think I've owned it since when it was 2 or 3 years old. And I got 100% financing on it. I got screwed on this car. Like, I got screwed. We agreed upon money. We agreed on a deal. And subsequently, the price went up. After I shook hands with the motherfucker, the price went up. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Price went up. I love that sound clip. Their credit score is why. I don't doubt it. But 4 people? Interesting. Hey, Alex, 26. Okay, I'm dying here. This is not going to be a good day. If I keep doing this in the next, I don't know, fucking 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be done. I can't do a show coughing all day. It's just going to sound terrible listening back to it. Actually, let me just calm down. Let me sit down. Let me sit down with you guys. And I'll try to talk a lot lower because what happens is I get a little on the amped up side when I try to talk and my voice goes crazy and I can't control it. And I can't be out here coughing up a storm, so I'll be nice and quiet. I use a firm for all my cars. Is Keddy V. Bank not lending money as they used to. No one wants to work or job market sucks. Fuck Joe Biden. I can't believe motherfuckers trying to finance 70% of a car. Those are the same types of people that affirm superchargers, trans, full fuel systems, clutch, and half shafts at the same time. Get something to drink. And I've eaten about 5 fucking bags of Ricola. Doesn't do goddamn thing. You need some of that perp. You mean you won't take a firm for the red car? Okay, that's like the 800th time that joke has been said. It's over. So everyone's like, cough drops, tea. Okay, every single one of you motherfuckers that says tea is a good remedy for coughs, fuck you. You're a fucking lying piece of shit. Tea hasn't done a goddamn thing for me in over a week. 1 week of drinking tea, eating all the cough drops on the fucking planet, ain't done shit. Ain't done shit. Hey, Alex, on the Boosted Gen 2, is it worth going 3-inch versus 2.5-inch exhaust? Depends on the amount of boost, but I don't know how much boost. I don't know how much you're going to pick up from a 2.5 to a 3-inch. You're definitely going to go down in boost because it's going to be less restrictive, but I don't know that you're going to make that much power going from a 2.5 to a 3-inch exhaust, honestly. Brian said, yo, Alex got the motorized standing desk. Couch ain't touching the wall anymore. No, exactly. It's motorized, baby. I think that cold drink isn't helping. Oh, it's helping. Trust me, it's helping. You want me to drink hot stuff? I'll just be coughing up a fucking lung. Trust me, I know my body. I love how people think, well, like someone gave me ginger root tea the other day. I thought I was going to fucking die. And I'm like, this isn't helping me. This is actually making it way worse because it tastes terrible. No, it's going to help you. No, it didn't help me. It made it way worse. But Dr. Oz said tea solves everything. Try some essential oils and kayaking. I think sitting down definitely helped. Alex, I know the only thing that works on a Puerto Rican is Vipaporu. Vipaporu? I don't know what the fuck he's trying to say. Mike says, eating chocha helps for that cough. Did you try gargling with a little warm salt water? With the converter in the red car be boost friendly? I don't think so. The 6F converter is very aggressive, to be honest with you. But I did have a customer that had a 6F converter, and he got a centrifugal supercharger on it, and it actually worked really well. It launched almost too aggressively. Like, he was ripping the cords out of the tires, leaving the hole. And he was like, this is cool, but I need I need to calm it down. So then we made it so that, he set his two-step at about, I think, 3,800 or maybe 3,500. And we ramped the timing down, give him a timing ramp real soft, and it actually launched really, really well. I just went through that super cough stage. I drank pickle juice. It helped a lot. Of course you drank pickle juice. Won't catch me dead drinking pickle juice. Cocaine opens up the bronchial tubes. Coming your way to spread some of this COVID. Just kidding. It might be. Who the hell knows? But I'm staying my ass home. I ain't going to no fucking hospital because you can guarantee I will die if I go to a hospital. That's the guarantee of all guarantees. You want to fucking die of COVID? Go to the hospital. You'll die. Ponte Vix, papi. Coffee and cigarettes works for me. Haven't been sick in years. Lemon and honey and a little salt heat. Nope. Sorry. Stop it. Stop it with your fucking gay remedies. You're all gay with your little lemon and this and that and honey. Honey. Lemon, honey. Just let the body do its fucking thing. It'll get over it. Nothing fixes coughs. Nothing. Unlike maybe Robitussin. That's about the only thing that fixes coughs. And I don't have any of that. What size tires do you have in the red car? Come on, man. What's wrong with people, man? Edwin, it don't matter. It's under deposit. Don't matter. It's under deposit. Try E30. But the dealership next to my base gave me a military discount financing for my 3-valve. 3-valve? For your 3 at 20%? We get training every year on the... You financed a 3-valve for $23,000 at 20%. Please tell me you're kidding. Don't know what the hell he's saying. My uncle got COVID when he went to the hospital, got pneumonia, then died. That's what I mean. If you go to the hospital like a cough and you go there to get it diagnosed, you will die. Stay your ass home. Thank you, Boosted 10 already. I said it in the video a bunch of times. There's 7 videos referencing the tire size of the car. I'm blown away when people ask those questions. I just go, I'm not even going to pay attention. I'm just going to move on to the next. Elotes will help you with your cough. What can I get for my 19 F-150 Platinum 5 liter with 30,000 miles? No idea. Yeah, Matt Twin 11 GT, it's in the video. Exactly, it is in the video. I'm blown away that people keep asking the same question. And in the video, I did tell you guys that I don't fuck with Facebook. I don't fuck with Instagram. I don't fuck with anything when it comes to business or purchases. And you know how many people hit me up on Instagram and Facebook about the red car? I just ignored those messages. I told you, I am not going to go out of my way to try to, email. Good old-fashioned email, not Facebook. You know how many guys on Instagram hit me up asking about the red car, and the motherfuckers don't got no fucking money? No, fuck all that. Night won't sleep, make it bubble when you hit it. Mexican medicine, I send you some Sinaloa. No, I'm good. My mother-in-law tried to get me on a 5K run this past weekend to fix my small cough. I would divorce my wife if she agreed with her mother. Like sweat it out. Like people that say, "Oh, sweat out your cold. Go to the gym and sweat it out." No, you're stay the fuck home until you're 100%. Then do whatever the fuck you want. You're all about the new platforms. I find eating mushrooms helps. Send me the info about the F-150. I'm in a buying mood. I'm kidding, but I've had to counsel multiple younger guys on financing cars and stopped my old roommate from making the very mistake 6 months ago. A 3-valve. Out of all things to finance, why would you finance a 3-valve? That's an incredibly stupid purchase. Just on its face. Like, I don't care that. I don't care how many miles are on it. It's a fucking 3-valve. They're the biggest pieces of shit ever made. Like, just barely better than the 2-valve. Just barely better. Hey, what color is the red car? Florida Import says, had to take my 14-year-old to the hospital for a sports injury. 3 days later, he and my wife had COVID. You're not wrong, Florida Street Imports. Oof, just think if there's guys out there serving our country doing it all for a 3-valve or a Camaro. Did you understand the assignment? Tracy Miller says, I'm a little late. What's the same questions we're all supposed to ask today? No, basically, I'm talking about the red car. I had this gentleman who put a deposit on it was legit. He was like, look, I'd like to work something out, get you money for the N-Gauge too and tuning. I don't want to just have the car without any tuning. So I said, we'll talk about it because I really don't want to. What I don't want to do is constantly support this vehicle after it's out of my life. No. I will give you the tunes or I will give you a tune and be done with it. But if he's looking to pay a premium, great. But I am not going to get emails saying, hey, the car's running funky. It's over. Bye-bye. Here you go. Car's running funky. Figure it out. Go hit support at LundRacing.com. I don't want to be stuck constantly supporting this vehicle after the fact. It's been running wonderfully for over a year and then some. And I just haven't driven it much in the last 3 or 4 months. That's when I decided to sell it because I'm like, it's just sitting here. I'm just letting it just sit and once in a while turn it on, bring it to the car wash it, then put it back in the garage. And I'm like, this is a waste of money. It's a waste of money for me. I'd rather just cash out on the thing and put the money towards something else like the Fairmont because it's got a lot of front halving and back halving to do. The GT500, I want to get some new wheels and tires for it. New set of headers because that header is busted. The passenger side header is busted, so I want to get a new header for it. So that'll free up some money to do a whole bunch of other things that I want to do. Angel Jovel says, not better than a 2-valve. I said barely. It ain't Rona. Just took a dab. Moonshine clears a cough quick. I was willing to go into depth to get that red car this morning. Okay. Into debt? Yeah, but that's not a smart thing to do, Dorel. Dorel, that's not a smart thing to do. This car, it's a good car. But if you're like clamoring for it, I mean, but I think you were one of the guys that went into to the bank, and the bank was like, nah, man, you need to come up with some money. And older cars, look, unless you have like a 750 and up credit score, you're probably not going to get favorable terms when it comes to financing a vehicle. Okay, this car, when I bought it, I financed it 100%, and it cost me $38,000. And it was 2 years old, but it had a blower, and it was going to have a built motor, blah, 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 blah. After they were done doing what they were done doing what they were supposed to do, I had to take it to Power by the Hour and spend $5,000 more to unfuck everything they did. Oh, I will never forget that one. Definitely some kid living at home getting mom and dad to co-sign the termy. My boosted 3-valve stock block kept up with stock Hellcat Charger. Stop it. Please stop it. Please stop. Oh my God. An NA18 Mustang keeps up with stock Hellcats on pump gas. So you're not bragging that much. Someone's going to get Nas on it, dropping a like. Well, DBP got a Terminator, but didn't he sell his Fox body and another thing? Like, he didn't get that thing 100% financed. If he got it financed, he probably had to finance like $15K. Yeah, I paid big money. Yeah, I got screwed on the car, bro. When I got my red car, that's a good story actually. So when I got my red car, I'll give you guys a story because the red car is funny content. So obviously you know about that car from. They don't need to be, doesn't need to be said. So I said, I'll buy it for 36. We agreed on 36. I shook hands with the guy. We shook hands on 36. And I said the stipulations would be this. It'd be a built motor, long tube headers, good, fix that fucking fuel system. That's a fucking piece of shit. And, go from there. And they agreed. So I went ahead and bought a motor from Ben Calamer. Ben Calamer's silver car had a good block. So I said, hey, Ben, would you sell me that Gen 1 block? He goes, sure. So he sold me the Gen 1 block. And I shipped it to L&M, and L&M sleeved it for me. So I still hadn't paid for the car, right? I was doing this in the background. So then when I had gotten a loan for 38, but I negotiated on 36 because the bank was willing to finance it 100%. So he goes, hey, Alex, we're going to have to renegotiate our deal. I go, no, we're not going to renegotiate shit. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We didn't negotiate long tubes. We just said, build motor, fix a fuel system, da-da-da-da-da, and then we'll be good to go. So he goes, Alex, we're going to have to renegotiate the terms. I go, no, we're not. We're not renegotiating. What do you mean? He's like, well, I didn't know that I had to, he goes, I had to provide a block. I'm like, what do you mean you had to provide a block? I bought that block from Ben Calamer. He goes, what? I go, yeah, I bought that block from Ben Calamer. I provided the block. You think because the previous block had a crack in the sleeve. So he basically was trying to get away with saying, by the way, Alex, I had to provide you a block and that wasn't part of the deal. So I'm going to want more money for it. And I said, no, Ben Calamer sold me a motor and we sent it to L&M to get it sleeved. Remember? And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, really? Anyway, fast forward, car gets totally done. And the car is not running right. It has a very obvious miss, right? And I said, guys, this thing has a header leak. They're like, no, it doesn't. I go, yes, it does, guys. It has a header leak. I could hear it from a mile away. This thing has a header leak. No, it doesn't. It's just that's just how long tubes sound. I go, don't fucking tell me that's how long tubes sound. It has a header leak. Please fix it. They didn't fix it. And then it developed a miss. So now I have paid $36,000, actually 38, because I agreed to get long tubes in it and I would pay extra for it. So 38 out of my fucking pocket, gave him the check. I get the car. The car's headers are fucking leaking and it has a very obvious miss. And you know what I said? Fuck it. I am not going to give this company any more money. We're done giving this company money. So I go to Power by the Hour and I say, Jake, if you have some time or room, man, go through this whole motherfucking car. Go through this whole motherfucking car because something's fucked up. Sure enough, it had a lifter issue. I think it's not called a lifter, but I forget what it's called, but it's a little, basically looks like a little lifter for lack of a better word, a follower or something like that. And it had fallen in the cam, in the timing cover, and it had actually made a hole. It just made a little hole and it started kind of weeping oil out of it. So not only was the belt constantly covered in oil, but I had a miss, which I think had to do with that. And I had a header leak. So Mikey had to tear the motor apart, not all of it, but most of the top end. He fixed what was wrong with it. We got a new timing cover, new headers. We had to get new pulleys because the pulleys were fucking jacked up because the AC clutch on those kits suck. Let's be honest. They suck. The AC clutch situation, especially 8 rib and 10 rib, really, really suck. And I literally had to pay Power by the Hour for labor, time, and all that stuff over $5,000 to fix my $38,000 fuck up. So that was my mistake because I actually made a deal with those people. And that taught me a very expensive lesson. Never, ever, ever make a deal with those people. Like ever again. Fuck all that. I got screwed for 38 and I basically got a leaky, missing motor car for a long time. And then after $5,000, PBH fixed me up and it was perfect after that. What a absolute debacle. Like debacle. And then they had the nerve to say hi to me at events and shit. And I'm like, man, you look at them fucking drop kick you right in the face. I think remembering you posting a video about the leak and the fuel system. Oh, let's talk about the fuel system, right? Let's talk about the fucking fuel system, right? So you know who I used to work for. Same company. So after I already went to Power by the Hour and did all that stuff, that fuel system wasn't fixed. I thought the fuel system was going to get fixed, but nope, wasn't getting fixed. So Jake is like, Alex, the wiring on this fuel system is jank as fuck. Like, it's worse than like Siley stuff. He goes, I were you, I would redo this complete fuel system. So I said, fuck, okay. So I went ahead and bought an FC3 controller with wiring harness, and me and Donnie did it over a Saturday at his house, and I made a video about it. So I showed what the fuel system used to look like. I showed what we installed and fixed, and then said, look, this is what it should look like. He brings me into the office and he's like, hey, can you remove that video? And I'm like, no, why? He's like, well, it's kind of embarrassing. I go, well, you kind of should be embarrassed on this thing. I'm the idiot that paid $38,000 for a absolute hunk of shit that I had to sink $5,000 plus some more of that shit in it. And he's like, well, look, we'll make it right, but I really need that video gone. Now, in hindsight, that I should have never done that. I should have not deleted the video. I should have just made it unlisted and then maybe listed it again later on when I left. But I deleted it because I didn't want to rock the boat and I needed a job. But I got screwed on that car. No other car have I been screwed on so much than the red car. But even though after all that was said and done, I was still very happy that I was able to have some fun with that car for a couple of years while it was boosted. Then it went NA, had some fun with it NA. And now it's time to move on to something else, because now that's not the same motor that was in it. That motor trans combo that went 9.1 is in the Fairmont, and that's been running great for 2+ years. It's been running awesome. But the motor that's in and out, obviously, it's a newer motor with old pump gears, crank sprocket, and everything else is stock on it. Potential spam says that's really shady, man. Dude, I got I love how people get mad when I talk about me getting screwed. Like, people get mad when I tell them how I got screwed from people in the industry, and they wonder why I don't rep certain people in the industry. Is because they fuck people over. So I was just like, I'm good. So a lot of people tend to go, Alex, how come you don't shout out this company? How come? Because I have had shit happen to me that has cost me money out of my pocket based on negligence. So I'm not really gonna let that shit slide. It's just not how it goes. She's a good story, man. I'll never buy anything from look, I'm not saying not to buy anything from them, but I personally got pretty screwed on that whole situation. And that is not up for debate. That is 100% what happened. Hella shady, someone says. Alex, next project is a Gen 5 Viper. It's $100,000. Gen 5 Viper's $100,000, guys. You insane? I can't wait for the day you let loose on the companies. Haha. 2 Coke Zeros, and I think you'll be there. Yeah, I got 2 other companies that I got to let loose on. Those will be good because it's full of snitch rat fucks. Like, literally snitch rat motherfuckers that got nothing better to do to try to snitch on your ass. And I'm just like, you bitch asshole. You're such a bitch asshole. You're lucky you're a little fucking sawed off prick. If not, I would have pounded you into the fucking dirt. But what are you going to do? I need to keep my job, still have a relationship, sort of. So once the coast is clear, I'm going to let loose on everything. The red car has a great look, and we love it already. Were you getting codes on the misfire? I don't know what you're talking about. Get a C6 Pato? No. Why would I get a C6, man? Guys, I'm not going to be one of those guys that hates on Corvettes all his life, then ends up with a Corvette. I'm just not that guy. I love you guys. I'm just not that guy. How much did you get your Gen 1 for, Alex? 32 in 2011. When I sold it, it was $20,000. I sold it for 20. Then the guy sold it to another guy for who knows how much, but it was $20,000. That cough needs some grapefruit and a bicho. SVT Snake, you're closed, but no cigar. Jay Walker says Gen 5 Vipers $100,000. There are some certain models selling for close to $300,000 now. Regular Gen 5 Vipers are pushing close to $200,000. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck all that. Makes you wonder what stipulations that company gives to the YouTubers who got free blowers from them. That's the thing, guys. When you guys think that being sponsored is such a great thing, there's stipulations with it. But you've also seen that certain YouTubers don't give a fuck. they'll get a TVS from VMP, they'll turn around and get a Whipple, then go back to VMP. And I'm like, you have no fucking shame. Like, no fucking shame. There was a guy, I think, for VMP that had a TVS on it, then went with 3 at Whipple. Car never ran worth a dick. And then came back to a TVS. Still hasn't ran worth a dick. Haven't heard shit about that car. The red suspension company is definitely one of them. No. I don't have any. I already talked about my beef for that. That's over. I bought my 14 GT 6 years ago with $26,000 with 17,000 miles. Gotcha. Hats off to you for never letting life lessons change your stand-up demeanor. Look, no one knew what I was going through except Jake. Jake and the guys at Power by the Hour. They're like, how much did you pay for this car? And I'm like, this much. And it ticks and it makes all this noise and you don't. I'm like, trust me, I'm not happy about it. I'm really pissed. Guys, did you remember that it had the wrap? Remember the wrap that it had on it for a long time? Once I fucking went through everything I went through, I took that right off. I took that fucking stupid wrap right off. That vinyl bullshit. I was like, get this thing out of my fucking face. No thing. I'm not going to drive around, supporting it, promoting it for free. Fuck all that. Fuck that. So took that shit out and pretty much made the car my own because I didn't want to be affiliated with the company anymore after getting hosed over like that. Like if they could hose over an employee like that, I couldn't imagine what I could do other people. Got to get some heat in those lungs. I deal with liver noise. Never had a problem. Okay. I never heard anything bad about it. I mean, I've heard some bad stuff about liver noise. Like Bush Senior said, fool me once, can't get fooled again. That is one of the better quotes I've heard in a long time. Those Odin kits was an example. Wouldn't be shocked if most of the YouTubers swapped to Whipple, twins, etc., etc. I'm sad that the Gen 2 content may slow down or stop altogether. Yeah, I don't have a Gen 2, so it will stop altogether. Guys, you haven't seen Gen 2 content for probably over a year. Like a bunch of Gen 2 content. All of a sudden you're going to get mad. You haven't seen it for a year and now you're going to get mad about it. That's my favorite thing about you guys on the channel. You guys get all bent about certain things. Meanwhile, that hasn't been on the channel for a long fucking time. It's been mostly live streams, because that's what makes me money. It'll be a lot of white cart content. I have to race Jake. Jake wants to race me in the truck versus the white car on a roll. I'm like, okay, so I got to get a couple of GoPros and make sure we get that on camera. And then we'll see how that goes. Car comes with Corona installed. Alex, you need a Corona car. Shut the fuck up. Did Ford ever figure out the cause of the coyote tick? Nope. Jesus, people still on this shit? People still on this fucking coyote tick shit? No. Just drive it. Just drive it. I just want to know which companies I need to avoid. No, don't worry about that. Look, I'm not going to tell anyone to avoid anything. I'm going to say, look, if they treat you well, roll out. Because I guarantee there are people that you think are legit companies and I know are absolute pieces of shit. Like I know 100% based on personal dealings with them that they are fucking pieces of shit. There are builders that you guys think know a lot of shit and are on forums answering questions thinking that they know stuff. And you guys are like, yeah, I would never take my car to anyone but this guy. That guy's the best. And he is a fucking cuck ass hoe and doesn't know a goddamn thing. And you guys are out there going, well, you know, he must know. He has a fast car. Just because you have a fast car doesn't mean you know a goddamn thing. Do you think people that have like 3-second cars in the quarter mile can tune an 18 Mustang with a cold air and an auto? Do you think a guy that has a fuel tech equipped something that runs 3s in the 8th can then, because he knows so much, can then just grab a 2018 Mustang with a JLT cold air intake and set up a nice E85 tune with it with drag mode enabled? Do you think he can do that? Nope. Fuck no. The moment he sees all those cam tables, the moment he sees all those spark tables, the moment he sees all the shift schedules, he's going to go, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So just because someone is fast does not mean they're good at anything. Again, just because someone is fast does not mean they're good at anything. I'm really curious as to what's going on with Hell Horse Performance. All the YouTubers are jumping ship from their kits. Really? No fucking way. Fuck me. Really? Come on, man. We got some history with the homeboy. But again, I don't speak on it because he hasn't spoken shit about me, but he's spoken some shit about Lund. But, sometimes it just takes care of itself. Um, did you hear about the wheel bearing problem on the Model T? Have they figured it out? Yes, says Matt 2011 GT. Ford said it's a TSP in the tick. It's normal. So yeah, drive it. My car did a 9.9, 60 to 130 the other day. Stock box, the 85 tune, Lund for the win. I'm sure it'll do better. I had stuff in the car. Cool. Very nice. Catch you later. My semi airline just busted. Oh, that sucks, Broncos Tang. Get a YouTube downloader and save the old videos for reference on the topics that y'all come in for. Best RPM. Okay. Bronco be safe, bro. Okay, some Jesus is talking shit. No, look, I'm not going in after any tuner. Tuners have been quiet. There is a tuner that is. I am saving a special place. I have a folder on this motherfucker, and because I have personal experience with that motherfucker. But again, it's not the right time to do any of that shit. It's not the right time to do any of that shit. All right, you can't kick people while they're down. You can't use it to elevate yourself. You just have to kind of speak the truth. And as of now, everyone's quiet. And no one's out there popping off, because if they pop off, I have receipts and folders full of the bullshit you've done that will be aired in a heartbeat. And you probably don't care, and that's fine, but that's why they're nice and quiet. They don't pop off. You don't see a lot of people popping off lately. They're nice and quiet, and they're trying to make their money and just trying to live their life, and that's the best way to be. I'll speak. Ooh, Jay Walker talking all that shit. I don't know. I'm not even going to repeat that. Yeah, me and my mechanic take our time to make sure everything is done right before I email you for a revision. I wish PBH was in my backyard. My wallet would be lighter. Mendoza's Coyote talking that shit. Again, I don't know any of this stuff. Beards and cars. Oof. Man, beards and cars going in. Man, I didn't look. I didn't know anything about this, but I knew that they got into some side shit with Lund Racing, and I'm just like, this is not going to be good. It's not for Lund Racing. Lund Racing's fine, because out of the one thing I can hang my hat on about Lund Racing is they don't fuck you over. They don't fuck you over. They try to go out of their way to help you. Some people just can't help themselves, and that's okay. And there's nothing you can do. But one thing Lund Racing has never done is go out of their way to screw you over. So, when someone talks shit on Lund, I look around, look at the history, look at the background, and I'm like, oh, don't worry, don't even reply. This shit's gonna work itself out on its own. By any chance, what would cause a supercharger vehicle to hold boost longer than commanded? What? Village Bali? What would cause a supercharger vehicle to hold boost longer than commanded? What do you mean? Are you letting off the throttle and it's still under boost? That tuner calls Alex and says he's sorry. Alex crosses his name off of the video hit list. No. Nope. No tuner is safe. No tuner is safe. No one. An apology will not get you from me telling that story. That story is so fucking good. It's so good. We know you're talking about someone else. Their jokes blow cars left and right. I don't know. That's how you're saying. That's what you're saying. I'm not saying that. I got a Power Fab Performance. They are pretty solid. Okay. A Lund just tuned the fastest Coyote in the Middle East. Made 7.5 in the quarter. Lund for the win. Hesham Aman. Do you have a video of it? And don't Instagram it. Don't Facebook it. If you have a video of it, post a link here. The hot tea in the morning always helps clear up in the AM. Now, on the AM Candace page, I feel nauseous. So about the last thing I want to do is drink some fucking tea. If I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is try to have some water or something, and my body goes, nope, you're nauseous. So imagine if I'm going to drink tea in the morning. Tea is the biggest fucking hoax bullshit on the planet. Your right foot, says Forrest Horse. He's right, your foot. Exactly. Well, he said longer than commanded. So get your foot off the throttle sooner. SVT Snake, what happened to AED? They used to be popular in the S197 days. Don't know. Fell off the face of the earth. I haven't heard anything one way or another. I'm sure he has a bunch of local people that in his neck of the woods that he supports, but in terms of nationally, haven't heard a damn thing. For all the tune companies I've dealt with, I met Lund some years back at an event. While others said tuners were at the same event, Lund was the nicest and most knowledgeable, hands down, says Potential Spam. Thank you, sir. Just got off work, bumping it. Good evening. Are you taking your foot off the throttle of your engine is running away from you, says Godfather S550. Is Super Chat turned off? I don't know. It probably is. Yeah. Wait. No, Super Chat's not turned off because, let me see. Shit. YouTube Studio. Sorry. The fucking whole video is going to be me coughing like a fucking bitch. God, it pisses me off so much. I just want to fucking feel better and go on about my life. So stupid. Let me see. Monetization. If I didn't turn it on, I'd be so fucking pissed. Supers. I just forget to do shit. Yep, they're off. Okay, I'm going to turn them on again. Come on, hurry up. Turn on, motherfucker. I hate that. All right, if you want to refresh your page, super chats are now enabled. I must have just had them off for a while. You've mentioned it before, but I forgot. What do you use for video editing? A Cyberlink Power Director? Cyberlink Power Director. Your supercharger's garbage for Coca-Cola, says. 80's good, but I've heard he has some customer service problems and he's horrible with communication. Look, I'm not gonna start repeating everything you guys write down. Look, he's okay. He's fine. He got a little sideways. He got a little high, high in his horse recently. He talked a little shit, and I'm like, all right, bro, cool. Hopefully your business survives this EPA stuff. And if it doesn't, well, gotta look for an alternative. But we're thriving. We're still kicking ass. So sorry, But I think he basically, when someone kicks you when you're down, you know where they're at, right? Like when the SET thing happened, when SET said, all right, we ain't dealing with you anymore because we got raided, whatever the fuck. And we got raided just like everyone else got raided. And SET got raided. By the way, SET got raided. So when people were talking shit on Lund getting raided, SET got raided. And they got fined up the ass. So the people were saying, oh, see, you didn't play by the rules. See, no wonder you got caught, cookie jar. And he was playing nice for a very long time, just for the sake of playing nice. And once SCT said bye-bye, he chose badly. He chose SCT. Now, guess how, the only people you can get who are the only people you can get SCT tunes from? Could you imagine that you're stuck with those people now? Do you know how many people bought every single device? They went from Engage went away to SCT, and then SCT went away, then they went to RTD. They're so loyal, the Lund customers, that it's not even funny. So I thought it was kind of funny when he was out there kicking us when we were down, and then come to find out we're still thriving. Like today, I showed up. I mean, it's Monday, and I couldn't believe the amount of tunes we fucking had waiting for us. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, we're kicking ass. We're busy, and we appreciate all the customers that are loyal to Lund Racing. It's crazy how people say always Lund this and Lund that, but they all tune Whipple 10R80 cars. Then they tune Whipple 10R80 and call themselves the fastest in Cali. Right. They don't tune everything else, right? They tune just Whipple 10R80 because they can draw the calibration and tune it because it's open. Nick Rogers gave me money. Thank you, sir. Patina Performance says, put Manly Rod Power Pack in a Gen 1 or swap to a Gen 3 short block. I swapped to a Gen 3 short block to benefit from the higher compression too. Cuban, not just Cali, really? Not just Cali? Yeah, like a lot of people are out there saying they're the baddest tuners on the planet. Meanwhile, they can just draw the HP2, the Whipple 10R80 tune with HP tuners and then tune it that way. You're not a badass tuner if you didn't build that bitch from sand, okay? If you didn't build that calibration from absolute dirt, you are not anything of a tuner. You're just a file sucker, and you add timing to the top right, or actually it's the bottom right on Gen 3s because the tables are flipped. And you know when you go to sleep on your pillow at night, you know you're not a fucking tuner. Like, you know you're not a tuner. I don't call myself a tuner. I call myself a file sharer. Junior, senior, those guys are tuners. They can make tunes from sand. Okay, I just say I tune it. I send you a base file and we tune from there, and I'm pretty good at that. But a lot of people out there that tune just one combo and say they're the best. Okay, fine. So here's a Kenny Bell 168 on a automatic swapped 14 GT500. So basically an XBA, Kenny Bell 168, 149, DD 149, ID 1700s, twin BAPs, E85, cams. Go ahead, tune it. Go ahead. I dare you tune it. I dare you make that motherfucker idle. They won't. The stuff that fits, I don't know. This weekend I raced a ZL1, a ZL6, and a Caddy V. Left them all by 2 cars. Roush is underrated if I blew out a Chevy's garage. When doing suspension, what do you change? End links, toe arms, springs, shocks. If you want to do that. Or If you just want a nice little daily and a nice better handling car, some caster camber plates and some Ibach Pro Kit, and you'll be a happy guy for a very long time. If Alex leaves car tuning, he's going to start Sancho Wife's tuning services. You talked about MMA complex guy. Any updates on, hey, maybe gonna go to track guy? I don't know what he's talking about. I remember MMA complex guy, but I don't remember gonna go to the track guy. Hey, Alex, can you get me the 3 spark plug delete tune? Brandon's gas prices are killing me. Hey, Alex, I requested you for tuning in the 350. I wanted to thank you for the advice at FL2K. Looking forward to finishing the build. Gotcha, Michael Faulkner. This is why our Lund video, I titled you a tune calibrator. Exactly. Tune calibrator. I am not a tuner. Tuners, in my opinion, there's only like 3, and 2 of them are at Lund Racing. Alex is a tuner in bed. Oh, you ain't kidding about that. I'm when it comes to the bedroom tuning, just ask your wife or mom, depending on how old you are. B to Ruviate, you quit your job to work on your car? Stop it, guys. You know he's a troll. You know he's trolling. Come on. Oh, man. It hurts. Hey, I heard you day E85 and BAP is bad on the Coyotes. It's bad idea in anything like, say, my G8. I was going to do BAP and a sensor. Are you going to get tuned for it? I can't imagine E85 is bad on anything if it's tuned for and the fuel system is set up for it properly. Alex, have you ever seen issues with the electric power steering racks on the Gen 1s? Mine started acting stupid for no reason, just randomly stopped working. Yes, a couple of times I've seen them act up and just replacing them. But I think you have to program them to the car too. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jake told me one time that if you get another one, you have to do some kind of funky programming for them to work properly on the car. PK says, Klein's Ken Bell S197 drives like a dream after Brandon got it dialed in, right? Imagine that, PK. How all these tuners in the West Coast say they're badass and they have Whipple 132s, 123 millimeter cold air, and what else? That's it, right? And ID 1000s or FIC 1000Hs, great. And then give that same tuner an older model, S197 with a Kenny Bell 168, 1700s, and cams. Should be able to make that run no problem, right? Fuck no. Not only can they not, they won't even get it to idle properly. It'll be constantly a floating idle. Even tuners that you think are you think you are badass have constant float. Look, listen to a car after it does a burnout. Listen to a big throttle-bodied car after it does a burnout. If it does a burnout and then it takes about 5 seconds for it to come back down to idle, that tuner's whack shit. That tuner is whack shit. Once again, thanks for notifications, YouTube. I have a friend that just got an Odin kit, installed that VMP. Anyways, he kept getting a code, which is IAT code, and the car had been retuned 3 times. Still an issue. Any idea? I mean, if it's an IAT code, could it be an issue with the actual harness? Like, if it got installed at VMP, drop it off at VMP and walk away until the motherfucker's done. That's what I would do. Your for sale video of the red car said Lund found BAP and E85 is no bueno. On boost. Yeah, BAP and E85 on boost is not a good look. No. Because you're going to run out of fuel really fast. The stock fuel pump with a BAP is not enough to supply adequate fueling on boosted cars. It's just not happening. I don't know shit about G8s though. Village Bali says, sorry, don't have much information other than supercharger holding boost longer than commanded. So yeah, we're all flying blind if that's all the info we got. That's the information the shop gave me. Then the shop gave you very bad information. They just finished rebuilding the heads and test drove it today. So they need to give you a data log. They need to give you a data log and show you exactly in the data log what the hell they're talking about. It is holding boost longer than commanded, meaning when they let off the gas, the car is still under boost. That doesn't make any sense, Village. Tony Spadafino says, it's really funny to hear you guys talk good and bad tuners. I mean, look, this is why. Lund Racing doesn't say we're the best. Right? They never go out there and go, we're the best tuners on the planet. Look at us, we're the best. No, we just post up customers' experiences, customers' cars, Christian Murillo going out there running a number, Midnight Performance running a number with 2 cars over there, Rami Zaidan running numbers, and we're like, look, this is what they do. Congratulations, good for you. Then what do other places do? Oh, only our tuning made it possible. What? Motherfucker, I hear that thing idle after a burnout. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Look, the proof's in the pudding. I don't need to constantly, put a feather in the hat of Lund Racing, but you could see that sometimes other tuners are out there saying how badass they are, and then when you actually pay attention to some of their stuff, you're like, oh no, I can pretty much prove you're not a badass. Your shit sucks and it's retarded. I can actually hear the bad tuning. This little man wants to play. I dropped my last Mustang off with Cedar Springs and destroyed my shocks. Okay. Checking in late, dropping like. I understood the assignment. Needs a return self-fuel system. FTF Racing. Would you recommend oil pump gears for 19 Gen 3 planning on twin turbo on 3 turbo kit 10R80? Plan on staying under 700 horsepower? No. I don't think it's necessary to put oil pump gears on a car that's going to be such low power. Honestly, I wouldn't stress it. But if you, for whatever reason, want peace of mind, sure, do it up. Are you planning on towing with the champ stamp all the way to OSW and Bradenton when Palm Beach Ice Rink closes? Good one, Patino. Yeah, Bradenton, yeah. It's going to be champ stamp in Bradenton, yeah. Sucks. I fucking hate it. I hate it. But the only car that I'm going to be racing is going to be the GT500. And the moment that thing runs and hit one again, crossing my fucking fingers. Because if not, headers got to get done, engines got to get freshened up, and that's another 20 grand. It's so stupid. So the next, I already got the trans built, and I'm gonna go probably to Bradenton next time Lund Racing has a rental, and then go up there and see what the car runs. But if it doesn't run if it runs a fucking 840, 830 again, I'm gonna have to just mothball it and figure out what to do, because that means I gotta somehow find a shop that has a ton of room and time and likes money, and has to pull the motor, send it out to Keith and have him rebuild it, send it back, and then put a new set of headers on it. And that's going to take probably 2 months. Dog wants to play. I know he wants to play, but that dude, that if you start with him, it's nonstop. So you have to ignore him. Alex, what's the best clutch that feels smooth? I like Mantic clutches. I do have the LPX, and it's okay. But in terms of overall feel, nothing felt better to me than the Mantic clutch back in the day. You mentioned a good website for the 6L80 once. What was the website? 6L80etuning.com. 6L80etuning.com. Give me that fluctuating idle and rev hang tune, fam. A group of 6 guys who have SI50s all tuned. Only 2 tuned by Lund, and those 2 run the best by far. It's not even in the same ballpark, says Monty Rogers. I mean, people keep want to playing that game. That's okay. They can keep playing that game and because some tuners are Facebook popular, some tuners are Instagram popular, and they're constantly, they're very good at promoting themselves. But what we do is we promote our customers. That's what we do. We go, hey, our customers are badass. Here, this is what they're running, and congrats to them. And then people go, shit, maybe I should look at Lund Racing. Could it be the engine is not timed correctly and the valves are hanging closed too long? Showing pressure longer? Don't know. Well, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Alex, your opinion on intake cams only? Gen 2 car have the normal FBO on 85. I don't believe in intake only cams. Other tuners can say that intake only cams are worth 20 to 30 horsepower. I've never seen it happen. I've never seen it happen in front of my eyes, meaning I can scrutinize the data log, I can scrutinize the cam angles, I can see that no timing was added, and if someone was to show me a before and after and data logs and dynographs of a intake cam only car picking up 20 horsepower, or as they claim 100 horsepower boosted, yeah, I got a bridge to fucking sell you. Alex, in your opinion, I already got that. My uncle punted a Chihuahua in the ghetto once. I wonder what the next issue with Section 8 will have. This thing is snake bit. Yes, it is. 100%. The thing just does not like me. It's just not. But it's kind of funny at this point as to what else is going to go wrong with that car. Man, dogs are truly man's best friend. He's a good puppy. He just wants to play all the time. And if you start, you can't stop. He just nonstop wants to play. Just saying that. What's up, Catch? Okay, just saying hi. Just saying what's up. Catch the show tomorrow morning on my driving to work. Thank you, sir. Rami Zaidan in the house. Rami Zaidan has one of the nastiest ZR1s. He fucking put a gap in on a Tesla Plaid in Puerto Rico. Man, fucking badass. I love that Rami is able to afford himself a nice little toy like a white C6 ZR1, and he fucking gapped the Model S Plaid, which is nothing to sneeze at because it's a stick car. So he's got to out there, shift those gears, and he took care of it without much of an issue. Vincent Meralda, why don't you go to the website? Instead of asking me all these questions about 6L80E tuning, go to the website and ask him. Wow. What else does it do, Alex? Go to the website. Ask him, please. Wow. Wish we had access to tuners like you. Guys do way up north. Wait, what? Tony, wish we had access to tuners like you guys do way up here, north of the north. Tony, we tune all over the world. We tune all over the world. Why don't you just email Lund Racing and we'll send you a tune? We send tunes to Korea, fucking Qatar, Dubai. We send tunes all over the place. What's a good price for a Gen 1 Mustang Coyote engine? I don't know. At this point, if you find a Gen 1 Coyote engine fully intact, I would be absolutely blown away that it hasn't been ass raped by now. Just don't die in the thing, man. No, I'm not looking to die in the GT500. That thing has a bunch of safety, and that's one of the reasons I bought it. It has a TIG Vision roll cage, has all the proper seat belts. That thing's a badass little ride, but I just need to get that thing back to running what it should run, which is low eights. 8.1, 8.0 is what I want it to run. Then I'll enjoy it again. Right now, I just fucking hate it. Hell, it's also the best wingman for Alex. Yes, this little man got me my girlfriend. Fernando Avalos says, thank you for sharing all the sauce with us. I've learned a tremendous amount of listening to you over the years. I appreciate that very much. That's my goal. See, sitting down and talking more calmly helped me out with the coughing. I didn't have to go get ginger or gargle semen like half of you guys want me to do. Car's been running great. Thanks for the tune, says 5-0 Nico. Back in the day before social media, says Second Shift Racing, what were some of the outlets that you had to know was happening in racing industry, also for parts? Honestly, Muscle Mustangs and Fast Fords were it, and then the forums, S197forum.com, corral.net, stangnet.com, svtperformance.com. Every morning I would wake up and I'd go to corral.net and see what's available. Any Bogarts for sale? Anyone any Bogarts for sale? Because I wanted Bogarts like you read about. Then I would go to Stangnet. There wasn't shit there. Corral.net. Corral.net, Stangnet, S197forum.com, and then svtperformance.com is where the bougie, big money kind of dickheads were. Like, they're a bunch of fucking dickheads there. They're a little militant with their bullshit, but you can find some really nice high-end parts there, but you're going to pay some good money. My tuning company is unresponsive, so I'm going to ask you the questions and have them tune it. Thanks. I love the sarcasm Matt Twin 11 GT brings to the table. We got 3 minutes left, guys, and I'll get the fuck out of here so I can actually rest up and not have to talk so much, so I can see if I can take care of this cough. Tony the Wingman, what's the next video game you would bring back? Wow. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of got it off of video games. I'm a Street Fighter guy. We all know that. I think the original Killer Instinct with updated graphics, but the same characters. The same characters, the same gameplay, but updated graphics. Not too fucking fancy. I loved it, but that's nostalgia. That's 100% nostalgia. They're not going to go out of their way and make a Gen 1, version 1B of Killer Instinct, because to me that was the perfect video game, the absolute perfect video game. PK in the house. Alex, I'll do the 500. Love those cars. I'll do the 500. What do you mean? Oh man, I have to ship it to you. PK, you might get a call, because I know you love GT500s and I know you're good at them, but and I know you treat me fairly, but I'm not looking to get any deals. But I gotta line my ducks in a row. I gotta get the headers, I gotta get the engine, but I gotta take it to the track first after rebuilding the transmission to see if it runs the number that I think it should run. Have you seen starter heat soak from Coyote swaps on long tubes? No, not much. Hey Alex, would you recommend having Lund check some data logs after putting in a built 6R80 and 3C converter? Yes, Muscle Stand. Just to make sure that the desired slip is matching actual slip and desired are not, too crazy, to make sure that you're not getting any flaring on the shifts, and to make sure that the lockup is locking up where commanded. So there's always a good idea. Killer Instinct never got to play it. Oh, Killer Instinct was badass. James Struthers says, dropping a like. Gonna watch later. Don't forget to like the video. Love you guys. Did you ever play Metal Gear back in the day? Yes. Metal Gear was amazing. Amazing. And I'm not a big fan of like storylines, but I would watch the whole motherfucking storyline through that shit. And the cinematography was really badass on that. As I'm thinking of adding a small shot of NOS on my own car for extra cooling. Any recommendation? I would not go any more than a 50 shot in my opinion. Mario Kart is real gangster shit. I never liked Mario Kart. Never. 3 things that ruin friendships: lying, criticism, and the golden gun. Have you gone 7s in section hate? No, 8-1. 8-1 is the quickest I've ever been in that car. What about Metal Gear Solid? Again, great game. I have a slow, almost no start after hot. Wiring is good. Then maybe it is. Maybe it's just the motor's bad, but I haven't seen Coyote swap headers unless they're BBK, because BBKs run right up against the shit. My Fairmont has had those headers on for over 2, maybe 3 years, and I've never had any issues with heat soaking on the header. Muscle Stang says, thank you very much. Killer Instinct must have been before my time. Yep. Don't think I've ever heard of it. Later, bitch. I'll drink some tea. Oh, yeah. I still have my Killer Instinct Edition Super Nintendo box from 1995. You think we will be okay shifting at 7800? Yeah. Yeah, Coyote. Cuban, Coyote. You got cams in that bit. Turn it up. Rev that motherfucker up. Shift it at fucking 8,000. You know, I forget what your limiter set up, but I think it's like 8,200. So shift it at 7,800. See if it gains much, brother. Absolutely. With cams, that bitch makes a lot of power up top. Video games are addicting as hell. I could lose a whole day just gaming. I had to stop. You're 100% right. And a couple more and we're out of here. You need a Monster Energy tune, Alex, says JD Swag. We got Tyler Ducombe says, I got a running Gen 1 truck motor. Want to do some street stuff. Hoping a 650 to 700. Worth it for Mustang intake cams or just turn up the boost? I would get Mustang intake cams for sure. Get Mustang intake cams because it really wakes the truck up, especially down low. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging in there with me while I was coughing up a storm. I really apologize for that. But I wanted to give you guys an update on the red car. I have a deposit on it. Me and the gentleman are in communication. Anyone that inquired about it, I really appreciate you guys reaching out. If anything changes, or if the gentleman backs out, I will give you guys an update. But so far, he seems to be about that life. He knows everything about the car. He's saying all the right things, speaking, he's saying all the right shit. He seems like he's about that life. So I'm hoping that that deal goes through nicely and we can get the car sold and move on to playing with the Fairmont, getting some front half, back half action, and then some GT500 stuff to get, some of that money into those cars and start playing around that way. All right, guys, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock. It'll be Talking Shit Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for an hour and a half as opposed to an hour. And then we'll talk some more shit. We'll see what comes up during the day. We'll see if there's any car news that happened during the day, and we'll talk about it then. Have a great rest of your night. See you guys later.